This is a message that I think can really change your experience with the void, your experience with the quantum leap, and really moving through the breakthrough. So hello, here with Aslan, with Arlo. The sun is really coming out right now. We're here in Ireland and it is a beautiful, beautiful day again with the sun out. So right now, if you don't know, I am in Ireland relatively stranded. Kind of, but kind of not. Like everything is working out just fine and as it should be. But it's been such an intense experience of like nothing really working out to get me out of Ireland. Like it's just so strange. Like people think that people just don't understand the situation, and so people would be like, just do this, just do that, just do this. But really there's a lot of logistics that are so interesting in this. The sun just keeps but the logistics are that pretty much I have to get my van fixed. My van is broken down. It broke down when I came here to Ireland 4.5 months ago. And it has come down to, I don't want to fly out, but I might if I have to. But Aslan is a puppy. He's only 8 months old and he has a lot of separation anxiety right now. He would really struggle on a plane. And I don't want to do that to him right now. It would traumatize him. And then the other option would be to take the ferry with my van, because you have to have a van with you or car with you if you have animals. I could go, I don't know if I have to look at this, but there's ferries up to France. And so right now I'm trying to get to Portugal. I got a house in Portugal that I'm finalizing everything for today or tomorrow, which is super exciting. And I'll be there at least for like up to 6 months is what I'm kind of looking at. And I have to get there. That's the plan, is trying to get there. And so I've been really trying to figure out, so I could take the ferry to Spain, but I need a car to do that. I could take the ferry up to over to the UK and then over to France. I believe I could do that. You can't get a rental car. I looked everywhere from Ireland down to Portugal. You drive on the other side of the road in Ireland. I realize that a lot of people don't actually know that. So you drive on the other side of the road compared to Europe. Europe is the same as the US, and Ireland and UK are the same as like Australia, Indonesia and whatnot. And so it's a lot of trying to figure out. I could maybe go just with the suitcase and my animals, but that would be a journey to do public transportation and like the ferry and everything from Ireland to the UK to France. And then maybe I could get a rental car from France down to Portugal. A lot of like figuring things out. And so in this, I'm in the breakthrough. Like I see what's next, but I don't see the way yet, because a lot of it depends on other people and like situations working out, like the van getting fixed. So my gearbox should be going into this gearbox specialist. That's the thing, is that there's no semi-automatic gearboxes for my van in Ireland apparently, and the parts are very hard to find because it's a super duper special van that no one understands. And so such an interesting position to be in. And so it's going into a specialist, a gearbox specialist. Hopefully he can fix it. He's going to rebuild it, and that will most likely work. If it doesn't, then I will find plan B to get out. In this breakthrough time, it requires so much of me and of you. So we're all the collective. Many of us are going through this exact thing, but in different ways. And so right now, what I would call this is the end of the void, right? This is the end of the void when we are seeing the way out and we're having the breakthrough and we're quantum leaping into the next timeline. This house, like everything working out for this house being so perfect for me and my animals, it's wonderful to see. It's so amazing to see like Dream Life Sleep Hypnosis just taking off and being so popular and so life-changing for myself and for others, and being the beginning of NŌVÉ, which you can go see the softest launch of if you want to follow that and see what's coming up with the evolution of this method that I've come up with programming your subconscious mind. It's so powerful. Also, Dream Life Sleep Hypnosis is still on $29. It's originally $5.55, but I brought it down because of an Irish woman who's a single mom. It just like super resonated with me and my background and my family and everything. And so she asked if it could be affordable. So I wanted to make it affordable. So I don't know how long it'll be at $29, but I'm just loving so many people getting to be in it and share their experiences. And I still listen to mine every night, and I've changed it a little bit here and there as I change, as I move through the blocks, as I figure out what it is that I truly want. And at first I thought it was Italy, now it's Portugal. And what I've noticed coming up for myself, my mind, as I'm in this breakthrough time, is it's the doubts. It's the you know, is this the right move? Is Portugal the right move? Is getting a house the right move? Am I giving up on van life? Should I have, you know, tried a little harder on van life? Should I have got a different van? Should I, you know, all these things, especially, and this is so relatable, I know, especially because there are so many people with so many damn opinions. And I didn't really have this when I was in Italy, mostly because they're not my family and they had, you know, really no say in like my life decisions, and there weren't so many decisions to be made at that time. But it happened a bit when I was in California and deciding to move here to Europe and do this lifestyle of being nomadic and floating around. So people will just have their opinions. They'll say, you should do this, you should do that. So there's definitely that here. People do not understand. There's a lot of this thing that I never really have experienced before, but I had heard about it, where it's like, you're getting older, you know, you need to grow up, you need to, no matter how much, no, it's so wild, no matter how much I, you know, share about, sit down baby, sit, about my business, about my offers, about my platforms here, it's not comprehensible what I'm doing in this digital world and in my work. And it doesn't matter if I say I made $5 billion quadrillion today. They'll be like, you really need to get a job. You need to stop playing this pretend life. And I'm so different. I'm so different than this. And I think that's where that Aries in me, and just being on an island and also being in this void, it's now finally getting to me where I'm feeling like that I'm like a lion in a cage. Like, I want to fucking escape and get out of here, because because I've been a little bit vulnerable with the stuff going on in my personal life with my loved one being sick. I noticed that like my guard was a little bit down. And so that is the time when you really need to be aware of what other people are saying to you, and do not ever let them get to you. Do not ever let other people's bullshit get to you. It's their conditioning. Everybody's brain is just a computer. It's just conditioned. And if they're not awake, and if they haven't done the work, and if they're trying to tell you how to live your life, and if they're trying to tell you this, do that, you're doing this wrong, you should do that. Something that I have really held so firmly to, and I think has really supported me, it's made my life, you know, it's made me a pioneer of my own path. Let's say that. But something that I remember being a kid, and I remember just like the topic of asking for advice coming up. And I remember thinking in my mind, like, why would I ever ask anybody for advice? Then I'm living their life. Then I'm making a decision based off what they think and what they would do. And of course, like, there's another side of that where, okay, I think like if I were to ask it for advice, it would be from somebody who is, I'm so sure that they are so educated and so far along in the thing that I need advice on. Like business, like if somebody were like the best business person in the world, of course I would maybe get their input. Or if like they're a really trusted doctor, but even then, like I've found that I feel like I had one of the best functional doctors probably in the world when I was going through my health journey, but still I gave away my power too much, and I lost myself a bit in that journey. And what really healed me was when I started making decisions on my own and started learning about, you know, neuroplasticity and what rewire my brain. And then I eventually taught my doctor about the things that I was doing to rewire my brain, because she saw me improving, and she's like, wow, what are you doing? And she knew about it, but I was like able to educate her on the different techniques that I was doing and whatnot. And then also finding biomagnetism, Lyme stop. I went to Lyme stop for Lyme disease, and that helped a lot with certain symptoms like the bloating and the brain fog. That was almost immediate after I went back for my 4-month treatment. The 4 months was intense detox. I was like unable to walk. It was very severe. It was before I really started doing brain retraining. And then I did my 4-month follow-up, and immediately brain fog cleared, bloating cleared, and it was life-changing, because those symptoms were really debilitating, especially the brain fog. So if you have someone going through Lyme disease, Lyme stop in Idaho, there's also one in Washington, I believe, super life-changing. But well, all this to say that when you're in that breakthrough time and you are about to jump timelines and you are about to move into the next thing, there will be these thoughts that kind of creep in that are, no matter how much success you've had or how much evidence you've had that it's all working out for you, there will still be the doubts that come up, and whether they're thoughts or they're, you know, people in your perceived reality manifesting and reflecting those you know, last bits. Like, it's like the last bits of debris that have to clear before you jump into the next timeline. And so it's so interesting. So I brought, as I was falling asleep last night, is when these thoughts started coming into my mind, because I'm literally like this close to the next timeline. Like, I'm about to, you know, finalize this house and like really be on my way to the next thing, however I get there. And so then those thoughts started coming into my awareness before I fell asleep, and I set my intention. Are we focused? Focus on me. I set my intention that I want to see through the lens of God, is what I often say. So I choose that I bring all the illusions into my awareness, and I choose to see through the lens of God. I choose to see the highest truth in all illusions and all distortions of truth. And then I also put up a golden energy around me from anyone else's opinions, beliefs, thoughts. I cleared all entities and I cut all cords. And then I put on my sleep hypnosis, and when I woke up, I had all this confirmation, like what I had asked for. Just show me the abundance, show me the signs, show me that this is all working out. And I asked for further signs like butterflies. And so my friend, it's so funny actually. Wow, I had asked for a purple blue butterfly as my sign, that this is what I should be doing. And my 2 friends from California just did a photo shoot, and I'm just connecting these dots, and they were doing like butterflies all over my one friend who's a model and the other friend's a photographer, all over her face, and they were the purple blue butterflies. So confirmation that Portugal is what it is, it's meant to be. So now I have chills. So that's the thing, is like, it's okay that these thoughts, these limiting beliefs, all these things start to come up. Bring them into your awareness. Your awareness alchemizes, and then choose what you want to do with it. And be aware that whenever you're stressed, whenever you're sad, whenever you're low, or if you have, you know, too much caffeine, if you have too much marijuana or alcohol or whatever you do, like your shield can drop, what I feel to be true, and these other energies, these influences can kind of come in and start distorting your truth with their conditionings. And like, it's like the old pendulums, they really want to keep you in the old. And it will be instantaneously. Like the way that I woke up this morning, completely different, completely out of those disbeliefs. Everything is back on track. I'm super excited for this next timeline. I told everyone in Italy, I told the farm owner who I'm really close with, and just explained why this decision is what it is. And she was super understanding, sad but understanding. And I told her that people could work with NŌVÉ, which is my one horse there. He's pretty much getting broken from the very beginning because he's so traumatized from his original place that he was living in Bulgaria, they used to like beat him and not listen to him. He had really bad ulcers, so he's afraid of the saddle. So he deserves a chance to understand how to trust humans and how to be ridden and how to, you know, feel comfortable. And just like the progress that he had been making was so beautiful to see. And so I want him to have that opportunity to start doing that. So I said someone else could work with him while I'm not there. And then I think Ladybug, I don't think anyone's going to work with her. I would have a harder time with someone else creating that bond with her. She's my soul horse. So eventually I would, you know, like to have a base in Italy too, so I could spend time with them. And I think that's the plan, is like bases all over, bases in my favorite places. And being a nomad, I still really want to sail the world. I still really want a van, but not full-time van life, I don't think. I think I want home bases, I want a sailboat, and I want a van, and I want a husband, and I potentially most likely want human children, and I want my animals to travel the world with me. And that is, I want to erase want as well, because that already is existing. That timeline is already existing, and I'm already manifesting that. I'm so sure of it. So I'm stepping into that timeline, and that this breakthrough right here is just the first of many. And so we need to really get this process down to a T, right? You choose with your free will, and you either, you know, you decide to let go of what you have to let go of, or the crumble starts happening. The chaos makes the space, and things become prevalent, and then you go into the void, and you're in the void, and you wait. You're faced with like the unknown, things not really working out, you're not really sure. It's like you have to really trust, dig deep into your trusting, and then you start going through the birthing canal. You start being born, leaping into your next timeline, quantum leaping, having the breakthrough. And in that breakthrough is when the last bits of debris start coming up, the doubts, the fears, the worry, all the people. Like it was like I was saying in California, right when I was about to leave, everybody's like, why would you be doing that? Why would you do this? It doesn't make sense. It's stupid, blah, 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 blah. So many people had different opinions, or people were really triggered. Like I had a lot of friends that I really, not a lot, but like a few friends that I really, really love and adore, but because they wanted this for themselves as well, there was this interesting thing that when I made the decision to leave and started doing exactly what they would like to be doing too, it brought up a lot in them, and we had these conversations, and that's how I'm sure that this is what it was. We had those conversations because they started like lashing out at me in different ways, and I was like, what is going on? And when we would break it down, it was because it was like shining light on something that they wanted to be doing but weren't doing themselves. So that will happen too. People might lash out at you, but really it's just because they are inspired, they want to do it too. And so all of that, it really doesn't matter. Protect your energy, cut the cords, clear the entities, clear the thought forms, bring the highest truth through the distortion. It's so simple. I think I need to like lay this out for you guys. Let me know if you want me to like make a layout of some sort of this process. Just to make it really simple, because we're going to copy and paste and copy and paste and copy and paste. And as we move through all these timelines, we are going to get closer and closer and closer to what it is that we really want. And of course, it's not about getting there, it's about the journey. And it really is. But at the same time, like, we deserve to have the abundance, the love, the freedom, the health that we desire. And so I think it's okay to, you really want to be moving there now. So manifestation is inevitable, and you get to decide what you want it to be. You have your free will, and you are a very powerful being. You're an infinite being. You are unconditional love, infinite abundance. You have the ability to have any reality that you desire. Everything is possible within the quantum field. There are infinite timelines, infinite possibilities. Time and space are not real. It's all happening right now. You get to decide. It is all a journey within, and when you do that journey within, time starts meeting you there. You change your identity as the cause, and the effect is that your reality responds to that. Choose who you want to be. Choose what you want to live. Start feeling that now, and everything will respond. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my journey and allowing it to be the examples, the ways that I can communicate some of these messages is through explaining, you know, my own experience with them. And so we're all on this path together. We're all always going through timelines, shifting through timelines every single day, different layers, different dimensions of timelines. So I love you. If you want to join Dream Life Sleep Hypnosis, linked below. NŌVÉ, linked below if you want to check it out. And then all my 21-day programs, 12-week program, all not below. Well, kind of below, you know, in the description. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Say bye, Aslan. Yes. And Arlo, where are you? Yes. Okay. Bye, guys.